I really need to block my phone, because whenever someone is calling on my phone while I'm recording a video, then the video recording stops and I need to start it again, and that would mean that I need to combine the videos manually later before I upload them to YouTube. But what to do, right? I don't have so much time anyway today, so it will be a rather short walk, because I squeeze my walk between two meetings. I really find that I should stick to this routine because it helped me so much. I had an interesting talk this morning. I asked one of my colleagues whether she is into health supplements, and then she said, well, no, not really. I said, what does it mean, not really? And she said, okay, we and which she means her husband and her, we take vitamins. I said, oh, interesting. Why are you taking vitamins? And then she said, because it's healthy, right? And I said, but you're a mechanical engineer. So, from that perspective, why would you take vitamins? And then she said, because it said it's healthy. I said, but I mean, if you pour oil into an engine, that is also healthy for the engine, right? But you wouldn't pour oil into the engine unless you have measured the oil level, and only if oil is missing would you start giving oil. And I said, yeah, that sounds convincing. So do you mean that I should measure the vitamins before I give vitamins? And to me that sounds like a rhetorical question. And then I told her, look, I'm 60 years old and I'm a competing athlete since age 15. And when I mean competing, then I mean real competition. Age 15, I was called into the national team, Bavarian national team for Olympic handball. And I stayed there and I played up, also Premier League in handball. And still today I'm competing. So I'm competing for more than 40 years, and when you take all the competition on lower levels, easily 50 years. And I have never taken any health supplements. But that changed when I had an accident at age 57, or was it 58? Almost 2 years ago, so I was probably 58. Because today I'm 60 plus 2 months. And then that forced me to become immobile for 4 months. And then I had my annual checkup. I was very lucky to have it so short. And then my metabolic syndrome was found. And that's where I started to treat it. And the first thing that I did is I refused to take the medications that the doctors would give you, statins, and I even got testosterone shot, and I got a thyroid medication and so, but I've thrown them all away. Told the doctor, what can I do? And I said, okay, take here continuous blood glucose meter and get this in check. And which I did. I still didn't take any supplement because I was really unsecure about what was happening. And I was diagnosed with tumor markers for cancer, which turned out to be not tumor marker. So anyway, so the first 2 months I used for getting my blood pressure, my blood sugar under control, which worked pretty well. After 3 weeks, done. Then the next thing was I looked into blood pressure. This was more difficult. And I started to take vitamin D supplements because my vitamin D level was very low. And I successfully could change it. My vitamin D went up and I could see, wow, these health supplements are not useless. That was a major insight, my vitamin D, and I brought it up and improved. And then I looked into blood pressure, and blood pressure also comes with some supplements that you can take, but all in addition to sports, right? So I started walking. That was important, most important thing. Walking every day, 7,000, 10,000 steps. Today I'm at more than 15,000, 5,000. So, yeah. Again, plus the 2 to 3 times strength training, and then, yeah. What's still missing is flexibility training. I'm so lazy, but that may change. So, what I don't like is include flexibility training into other exercises such as strength training or cardiovascular. So I don't like recovering from an exercise and then doing stretches in between. It's not what I want. But maybe I need to find a switch. So currently, yeah, what I did is I tried supplements for all the different things that come with metabolic health and also liver health, because I had elevated liver values, not dangerously elevated, but you could see that my liver has a problem, and I could also identify why, because I live in a social environment where everybody drinks alcohol, and it seems to me that my body is very sensitive to alcohol. What changed most here is the overarching, because it shows me immediately the sleep after a day with alcohol is much worse. So anyway, did I forget anything? Yeah. But today I had 10 minutes between 2 meetings, and I had, it was the reason why this came up. I read an article talking about niacin for improving cholesterol. Nice. Being an engineer, I find it quite interesting to live near an airport because I like machines, and as such I like aircrafts. So I took the niacin, and as I did with all supplements that I take, I overdosed it. And then I got flushes and itchy feelings all over my body. It was not really dangerous. It was just an unpleasant feeling. So I went to bed, and then this morning I thought, that's interesting, what was that? And the result was that I took the 10 minutes and I typed in all the 29 or 30 or 31 supplements that I had in my kitchen, and I realized that I accumulated those 30 because I was just experimenting around, and then, but I knew already, I told you several times, my TCM doctor says that I only should take 5 of them, and then once the symptoms why I take them go back, we can stop taking them, or yeah. And the funny thing is, my symptoms are not something that I feel when I take those supplements, because metabolic disorder you cannot really feel as a symptom, maybe except the erectile dysfunction, but no problem for me. So the right way to do is to take regular blood tests. And in my case, my blood tests last one was done in January in China, very cheap. I got the super duper broad blood test for maybe 20%, 30% of the costs in Singapore. I don't even want to talk about what it would cost in Germany or in the US. So, and most of my symptoms, I mean the blood test results, as compared with a year before, when I was diagnosed with a metabolic disorder syndrome, are gone. I'm back to normal, except for some liver values and lipids, some of the lipids. And I found out that I have a genetically caused lipid problem. It's called LP bracket A, bracket LPA, and we are born with that or not. But still, when you have it, it's a bad marker, and you should bring it down. And this is what I do. So that's also why I ended up with a niacin. But then I had this list of my supplements, and I have accumulated 29 or 30 of them. And some of them are not even considered supplements, but they are food stuff like turmeric and also amla. And that's too much. So I don't know whether you tried out my health and fitness spot. I put the link into the description. And so what I did is I created a list of those supplements. Actually, one supplement is from, I don't even say the name, is a multi-level marketing company that is into essential oils and health supplements. And I just didn't list it because when I looked at it, this is a multi combination supplement, and you either take it or not, but it's very difficult to do an engineering approach on such a supplement. And the outcome would be that maybe 2 or 3 of the ingredients are useful, while the other 5 are nice to have. Now that is a difficult part, because it has rained. I want to cross that thing, and I'm not comfortable in jumping, because I'm no longer 40 years old or 30 when I did this easily. So what I do is, now you may get, so I slowly move forward here. Then I have to go down to carefully check whether it's slippery. And it's not. Then with one arm only, right? Up. So, if you ask me why it's so useful to be strong, that's one answer. You can single-handedly cross that thing without putting yourself in danger. It's a good demonstration. I'm 60 years old, okay? Maybe not in my head. So, I didn't list that combined supplement. But still I ended up with 29 or 30, and among those were also 2 substances that are considered as foodstuff, like turmeric and amla, the gooseberry powder from India. And then I asked my strongman health and fitness bot to identify those 29 supplements. And it's really interesting. You need to do it. I put the supplements also into the comment section so that you know what is there, and you don't need to type all the supplements by yourself. You can add yours. Maybe I even create a list with other supplements. I'm not sure yet. Take mine as an example. And I leave take mine as an example. So I asked the chatbot, does the Pareto principle apply to those supplements? Can I take only 20% of the 30 and achieve the same thing? And it said, yes, you can achieve the same thing, not with 10%, 20%, but these 10 of the 30 are useful because I also described what I have, still my problem with the inclined liver values plus the one lipid value, which is bad. And I also told the bot my story of what I all had. So, and it came back and told me 10 of the supplements that would achieve most of the effect as compared with the 30. Just a mistake. I didn't take all the 30 at once. Those accumulated over 15 months because I just wanted to try out and have them. If I would have started that again, I would take a long list of supplements for my symptoms and ask the bot to provide a menu for me. And out it came. 10 supplements. And then I reduced them further down. And it was very surprising. Very surprising. And it even said, okay, first we address your liver stuff, and then we look into your lipids. And that was the advice given when I said, can you reduce the 10 to only 5? So, how I take this piece of information is as follows. I take those 10 supplements from the first list recommended by my chatbot, but I don't order them again when they deplete, except maybe if I don't make it for the coming 2 months. And or 3 months. My plan is that in July, I go back to Malaysia to this metabolic syndrome expert in Kuala Lumpur, and I do a full blood test there again. That would give me some months of insights, like the past blood test is 6 months away, and I would see how my body reacted to those changes. And 6 months is important because this is how far the liver gets with the supplies there. Yeah. So in very short words, that's where I am with my supplements. And again, I mean, I didn't have all that knowledge when I started 15 months off, so I'm getting a bit defensive now because why would I have 30 supplements? Why didn't I start? Walking is dangerous in Singapore. Wild dogs. So what I want is, there's a shop that sells imported meat. Of course, everything is imported in Singapore, but yeah, I'm checking out grass-fed beef patties, and also, yeah, I recommended, here, this is the shop, I recommended, foodie place, I recommend, my bot recommended to me, instead of COQ10, which is one of the 10 substances, to eat more liver, heart and liver, beef heart and beef liver. So, and I'm checking out whether it's there. I also need more beef burger patties, grass-fed. I believe I also get that there. And yeah, so now you know for today in very short words. And please try out my chatbot. Goodbye.